Thursday, 5 p.m. It's a 6 p.m. fixture come Thursday, and that means that we are blessed to be able to take in at least the first 45. Maybe I might talk to Mr. Fouada about we'll do the full game. It's a Thursday, right? What are we doing on Thursdays? Oh, I know what we do on Thursdays. We are doing that show. We are doing the full game. No. We are doing no. The show that comes after Sports Cruise. So we are doing 90 minutes. I'm going to talk to Mr. Fouada on that. Yeah, I don't know if Mr. Fouada is listening. I don't know if Sandra is listening as well. But we would like to do all 90 minutes of the Nigeria Ivory Coast game. Now, I mean, we also just got clearance from Sandra that would also be giving 5,000 naira to the first 5 correct predictions for the Nigeria Ivory Coast game. Yes, the first 5 correct predictions will be getting 5,000 naira courtesy Mainland FM. All you have to do is follow the instructions, which we are just clearly just going to construct right now. So, walk this journey with me. What do you think the instruction or the guidelines should be like for the predicting win? First of all, let's think about a hashtag. Good evening. Welcome to the show, by the way.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday edition, and I think this AFCON certainly have been one different kind of AFCON. Some of the big teams have not been able to get it out, against the smallest
teams,
against Equatorial Guinea, Egypt versus Mozambique, Algeria versus Angola, Ghana versus Cape Verde.
Who is the big team now?
Well, Egypt, Algeria, Angola.
No, Ghana, Cape Verde. I thought
that's where I'm going to now. I wanted
where
to
is
say,
the big team?
Depends on where
Ghana is a big side.
Either way, you still think the
Ghana is a
Black
big
Stars of Ghana
side.
are still bigger than
It's a big side. Don't mind him.
Obviously, and all of them. I mean, even the first 3 I listed have been lucky enough to get a draw. Ghana couldn't get a draw against Cape Verde. So it's been a very interesting African Cup of Nations, and I'm really looking forward to it, most especially the game on Thursday, the Super Eagles against Ivorian.
All right, so guideline number 1. I just thought about that just when Okpe was having his opening thoughts on the show. Make sure you use the hashtag NGACIV983. NGA
Nigeria
CIV, that's
Côte d'Ivoire
983. Use the hashtag because we're going to track your predictions with the hashtag. So use that hashtag, drop your predictions. Make sure you're following Mainland FM on X. Make sure you're following Mainland FM on X. Same thing also applies on Facebook as well, because we're streaming live on Facebook. You can also drop your predictions on there as well. Remember to use the hashtag NGACIV983. Not be CRV. CIV.
Yeah, the CIV.
NGACIV983. And we'll also make sure that on our subsequent shows between now and kickoff at 6 p.m. on Thursday, we will be announcing that for you on Mainland 98.3 FM. All right, once again, welcome to Sports Cruise, and my name is Olari Adigun. You just heard Tony's voice, also midpoint. If you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, it turns backward to us because it's trying to galvanize, to re-energize himself going into the show. How are you doing today, Young?
Yeah, if I knew the English version of that proverb, that's what I was doing. I went to go and bring Agbara. But yeah, pleasure to be here.
It's not Agbara.
I don't know.
Your body will tell you.
I don't know what you're going to talk about, but I know you are.
All right, so guys, a quick recap of the games yesterday. What did you make of it? We talked about Lusophone yesterday, right? And the Angolans continued because all of them have had a fine start to the tournament.
Yeah, the Angola surprised me. It cost me a lot of money.
Man, they came out all guns blazing in that second half.
Yeah, that's the biggest switch, the biggest tactical switch I've seen at the AFCON so far. Because they were genuine. At the first half, I was convinced it's the worst team in the AFCON.
Yeah,
so at the start of the second half.
Anytime Algeria bomb fall like this,
at the start of the second half, the commentator said, whatever Angola did to have kept them 1-0 in this game, they will certainly concede a lot of goals in the second half. That was how sure the commentator was. But again, the game against Cameroon and Guinea also was a big game.
Oh, it was a good game.
45 minutes.
And Guinea held on with 10 men.
Disadvantage, and he held. In fact, it was Cameroon that equalized that game.
Yeah, and Cameroon scored the equalizer early, so I thought that, they
thought they were going to consolidate on that.
Yeah, but it ended 1-1, and only to find out reports saying that Andre Onana expected to start that game.
Was that really true?
5 hours?
I mean,
I've been trying to authenticate that report, though.
I've just been seeing a lot of it. It took Elijah Diouf to calm him down. To him that even the manager of the national team didn't want to talk to him. But hey, 5 hours into the game, what in heaven's name were you expecting that? In fact, I think they should have just allowed him to pick the team and start and just play the game.
But credit back to Angola, credit to them. Came out. I don't know what Petro Gonçalves, the manager, told them. But
he took all of the glory.
Yeah,
then
the
substitution was also.
Oh, wow! Namibia absolutely should have scored.
Second
time, wow.
The substitution for Angola was.
Mabululu came on and won the penalty for them and scored as well. Yeah, I mean the initial kick was a goal, right? But he just wanted to be sure. Went for the rebound, and Algeria froze. They basically froze, and it was like deja vu when they got that late free kick again. Remember 2019, right?
2019. Fortunately for Angola, they didn't have a goal. But look at this good chance for Namibia. They should have scored.
Yes, a good chance for Namibia.
They should have scored twice. First one saved by the goalkeeper, poor finish in my opinion, and then the second one cleared off the line by the defender.
I know that Namibia are not a Lusophone speaking country, right? But they are Southern Africa, right? And remember, these Lusophonic countries have also come from the southern part of Africa. So they might just continue the theme of Southern African teams doing well.
Wale, let's go.
And the mother of all South African nations also is actually
South Africa.
South Africa.
No, those ones must lose. There's no chance they're beating Mali. I'm willing to do my own giveaway pass line.
Against Mali? South Africa will beat Mali.
Okay.
Fun fact about South Africa, do you know that they only have 2 players playing in the top 5 leagues in Europe?
Foster and
Mr. Mental Health, La Foster, and is it Mathong Mateba that plays at Strasbourg somewhere in France? Those are the only 2 players they have playing in the top 5 leagues in Europe. And guess what? 2 of them are not even in this tournament. And Samuel Eto'o was saying a couple of days ago that for the quality the PSL has, for the PR it has, that South African football should be doing better at international tournaments. And I agree with him. I know that there's an influx of other African players into the PSL, but we also see.
I was just about to ask that what actually is the level of quality that they have?
Did you know the level that took them to win the AFCON in '96? Was it '98?
Yeah, of course. Nobody can deny that. Nobody can deny that Lucas Radebe era.
Don't forget that Nigeria was not there. Look at that generation: Bartlett, Sibusiso Zuma, Benny McCarthy, Mark Fish, Lucas Radebe. These were quality players who could also be called some of the best in Africa then.
Yeah, I agree with you, but that era is long gone.
No, it's gone. And like you said, what has happened between now and then? And I was listening to Benny McCarthy on one of the platforms a couple of weeks ago, and he said the moment South African players, even Stuart Baxter, who used to be the manager, admitted that the moment their players started feeling that we don't need to go abroad anymore, the money here is good, TV money is coming in. That was the moment they started suffering.
And you need a healthy balance.
Yeah,
you need a healthy balance. I don't agree that you should completely overrun your team with foreign-based players. You can line up a completely PSL 11 and expect to compete with guys.
I mean, until they met us, we beat them, and they gave us a run for them in 2013. Was it 2013? Yeah, we played them in 2013 now. Yeah, I think we played in 2013. But real quick, to the Super Eagles. So let's talk about Oʟᴜᴜ because that was
the main graphic. I think it was very
basically.
It was very basic.
It was spiteful of Real Sociedad to do that. Like this guy you said had a swollen knee. They posted videos of him training, and now he's the poster boy, he's the headliner
for the
graphics, for the team list for the game against Osasuna tomorrow, in Spain. What have you guys made of it? Because it looks like a sharp turnaround. It's looking, the math is not mathing.
Well, I really don't know. I've seen the position of the
Football
Federation saying that Nigerians are just trying to be the necessary distraction, just pick up some unnecessary grammar, and use some adjective to take away what we can see clearly on our faces. And I'm just wondering, except it's something else that a lot of us don't want us to know. I'm trying to understand why Sadiq Umar would actually come to the Nations Cup, be part of the training, and then just whatever it is. I really hope that maybe until he starts their game, if he's able to start, they will understand what is going on. Some people said the withdrawal was a precautionary.
Does he even have to start? He doesn't have to start.
There are so many angles to this thing that we don't know what to believe. So I think we should just wait if there's ever an official one. It seems like the kind of story that will just get in everybody just move on, because Sadiq Umar is not exactly an influential player for
exactly.
But I've seen different angles. Some are taking the angle that the player did not want to play for Nigeria. Which
I'm ruling out that angle.
Which I find it hard to believe because he barely made the team.
Yeah,
he's one of those that should be grateful to be.
There's also the angle of poor diagnosis from the
Yep,
Super Eagles medical team.
Yep. And there's an angle which is being pushed by a friend of the house.
The ethnic angle.
No, officer that
Okay.
we're talking about. Nigeria realized they made a mistake and they wanted to change.
Really?
I saw that. So this none of these are my opinions.
Fisher is in Cote d'Ivoire though.
These are ideas that he didn't say that explicitly, but he certainly implied it. And these are ideas that I've seen on social media. You can't discard any of them because we still don't know what really happened.
According to the NFF, from their statement that they've put out today, is the fact that he was injured in the Guinea game. That was the pre-tournament friendly. In fact, he clashed with the Guinean player and cost a penalty.
Yeah, he was
and
injured.
His knee. They told him that he was going to go out as precaution, and
That
he said no.
he said he was okay.
He was going to end the game.
90
Next
minutes.
day, his knee swelling.
And they had to put ice on it.
And
I saw all of those, and I can't just.
And basically, they're saying it's going to be out for 3 weeks, and there's no need putting the players out for 3 weeks
in the tournament.
And
then 3 days later, it was warming up. In fact, when that video first came out, somebody was trying to discredit the source of the video and was saying, "Oh, he was just training on his own. What he was doing is warm up. That nobody should set up Sadiq Kumar for dragging." That was yesterday. Then the club eventually put out the team list for the weekend, and they made him the poster boy. Like, whatever it is you want to do, there's no wisdom in making a poster boy of a player that is not going to start that game. So it's as good as the player is fit and good to go.
From Real Society's action, I'm taking it as they are saying. I'm taking it as they are saying that it is a mistake or foul play on part of Nigeria.
Yeah, in fact, I will be surprised if he starts the game tomorrow.
He will.
He was moving quite well in training, and Omar Katuba had already started pushing the agenda
So either way, I don't know who is right or who is wrong here, but what I've taken from this is that this looks bad on the Nigeria Football Federation. It looks bad on the Super Eagles, because how can a player who has come in for a tournament in camp and few days later is the poster boy for a Copa del Rey game? No matter how the NFF spin this, it is an own goal from them.
Especially when you consider the fact that Kelechi Iheanacho, who was actually injured, was kept in the squad
now to recuperate.
and allowed to
recover. You cannot wait for this one.
And he has not recovered.
I mean, there was another version I'm hearing from, unofficially, from the Real Sociedad medical team, is that our medical guys could not differentiate between a knock and a thigh injury. Because apparently what Umar Sadiq was dealing with was a knock.
But then, whether a knock or a thigh injury, whatever it is, if Sadiq Umar actually wants to stay, and if he thinks that it's going to be huge importance to the team, he could have asked to be properly checked before returning, before leaving the side. I saw a video where
the NFF medics checked him now. So what else?
I saw it. You know what you're carrying. Sadiq Umar is a professional footballer.
Do you think he was going to tell them from Sudan to come down to Cote d'Ivoire?
He doesn't need to. If they're not, if you know, you as a professional footballer, you know the injury you have.
If it is a knock, you know that I have a knock.
The head of the medical team,
the head of the medical team of Super Eagles says he's out for 3 weeks, and he will. Pesero is going to ask you, give me the states of all my players going to a tournament. Whatever the medical guy tells Jose Pesero is what is going to follow.
Look, I know
it's as simple as that.
Look, I know that that's the easier angle to believe, because we all sort of have this preconceived notion that Nigerian teams are not supposed to be up to standard. But I choose to believe that our medical professionals are at world class level. There's a reason we have an high export of them to these European countries anyway. There's a high chance, in fact, that there are Nigerian medical practitioners in some of these clubs that are in Europe. So I personally don't want to take that angle to believe that a medical the medics of a national team like Nigeria cannot tell the difference between a knock and a thigh injury. I find it hard to believe.
And on the other hand, we also find it baffling that the player leaves camp and 2 days or 3 days later is involved.
Yeah, and that's why we have discussed the many different angles of what could have happened. Nobody knows what happened.
It is never.
And I doubt we will ever know, because I don't think they will speak about it.
I cannot understand it. I'll take a break. About 5 minutes later on that break, we'll take the break. We'll come back. There's still so much to talk about on Sports Cruise this evening, from Jose Mourinho to John Obi Mikel, who has defended Lionel Messi winning his third FIFA Best Award. All of this coming your way on Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3. Still Tunisia 0, Namibia 0. 70 minutes score on AFCON. Going down right there in Cote d'Ivoire.
Meals have a way of taking us on a journey, and when you add plenty of vegetables like efo, ugu, and season with the rich taste of North seasoning cubes, Even better.
So, go ahead and elevate your meals with more vegetables and the rich taste of Knorr cubes. Today, eat for good.
Hey there, tech enthusiasts! Get ready to ignite your world with the all-new Tecno Spark 20.
That's right! The Spark 20 with its stunning display and powerful features is here to redefine your smartphone experience.
We've also partnered with Google and MTN to bring you even more. With the Spark 20, Google apps and loads of free MTN data, your digital life just got smarter and more connected.
Grab your Tecno Spark 20 today and step into a world where style meets technology.
Tecno, stop at nothing.
Official partner of the Africa Cup of Nations 2023.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700 225 5226, 0800 225 5226, or +234 817 665 6273. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
As you see me so, I belong to the Chop Better gang. Now, why anytime I want chop like this, I dey put better things inside. For my yam porridge, after I don't put my fish, I go con deck am with onions, tatashe and ugu, con season am with correct Knorr cubes for that delicious taste. Because my people, good life na life where you chop better.
Sama all your food with correct vegetables. Come season am with Knorr cubes for that ogbonge delicious taste. Today, chop better.
Hey there, tech enthusiasts! Get ready to ignite your world with the all-new Tecno Spark 20.
That's right! The Spark 20 with its stunning display and powerful features is here to redefine your smartphone experience.
We've also partnered with Google and MTN to bring you even more. With the Spark 20, Google apps and loads of free MTN data, your digital life just got smarter and more connected.
Grab your Tecno Spark 20 today and step into a world where style meets technology.
Tecno, stop at nothing.
Official partner of the Africa Cup of Nations 2023.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM.
We have two reasons for taking it. Is I never won it, so I'll keep it. And you're a Tottenham fan, right? Yeah, are you going to say something? No, so that's the other reason, because you don't usually get your hands on a trophy, so I'll take this one.
I mean, I was Thierry Henry with a world-class jibe at Spurs on a very, very, very big stage right in London when he received the FIFA The Best award on behalf of Lionel Messi, who already has started pre-season at Inter Miami with the likes of Luis Suarez, Sergio Busquets and Jordi Alba. All right, so what did you guys make of the awards last night? Lionel Messi winning. The story was that he was tied on the same number of voting points with Erling Haaland, but he edged it because of a special
he had more
article or something like that.
He had more first place votes. So in the event that there is a tie, there has never been a tie, so this rule has never come into question. But this is the first ever tie. Both add 48 points each when you total the first place votes get you 5 points, second place 3 points, and third place 2 points. That's the normal. So when they total everything, they both add 48 each. So they had to settle the tiebreaker as whoever had the most first place votes, which was Lionel Messi, especially from the coaches. And the trend I noticed yesterday going through the votes is that the coaches and the players mostly voted Messi. The journalists and the fans voted Haaland. So it's for me it's perfectly indicative of how these awards work, and why I think that until there's a clear criterion on what constitutes an award winner.
The criteria is clear.
It is too open to it.
It is clear in the form of the eligibility period, and this was where I felt it was baffling. Now, I took time out to look at the eligibility period for FIFA The Best Award for 2023. And Tunde and Okwe, it starts from December 19, 2022 until August 20, 2023. And that did not account for the 2022 World Cup. So how captains, the coaches still managed to put Messi?
The voters are not made aware of these things. That's the truth.
Are you sure?
Yes, look.
That they won't know the eligibility period?
And yes, my argument here is the case
because World Cup ended December 15 or thereabout.
in Qatar. Players don't watch football like that. That's the simple truth. At the end of the day, when players and coaches vote, they mostly vote on reverence.
You know the kind of players you're talking that don't watch football? Or talking players like Harry Kane, Luka Modric?
I'm not.
Roberto Lukaku?
Yeah, like it is.
Mo Salah?
When they do,
Heung-min Son, these are captains.
As a journalist, there are also other factors. It doesn't work clearly a biased vote. So I mean, football at all. NBA, it is robotic and